Hi, I'm Megan Huff, a friend of Miss Amanda's and a massage therapist. She asked me to make a video for you guys on some tips and tricks of some self massage. I would like to start this with a question though for you all. Have you ever felt a knot or a bundle of tissues in your muscles, like maybe up through here in your legs? And if so, when you felt it, did it give you a sense of pain or a mild discomfort, like maybe when you're actually rubbing into it? If so, don't worry, you're not alone. What that is most likely a trigger point or an adhesion, meaning the connective tissue isn't moving over each other as smoothly as it should. I would like to demonstrate what that is doing and how it's affecting your body. So I have on two long sleeve shirts, crazy, but it's going to show you really what it is. So as you can see, when I do this, say this is one muscle fiber, this is another that's kind of next to it, they should move pretty easily over each other. See? Moving smoothly. Ta-da! However, when you get an adhesion or a trigger point that's bundling up those muscle fibers or those tissues, what's happening, see if I can get this on there right the first time, is, see, this is going to be what we're calling a trigger point. When I pull on just this shirt, you'll notice it all moves. See how my other shirt's kind of going up too? And then when I move this one back, it all moves together. That is what's going to be happening in your muscles when you have that adhesion. It's going to bunch up, make it to where all of that in there isn't moving well, so it's kind of stuck. So even if I was to be able to bear the pain and have this actually attached to my arm, you would see it wouldn't even move at all. It would just kind of be stunted because it's stuck there. So what we want to do with my tips and tricks is to teach you how to relieve that and get your body back to where it should be. So here comes the fun part. I want to tell you some techniques that you can do and some household items that you can go and get so you can easily do this without needing someone else to help you. You can do it while you're sitting there watching TV, doing your homework, or right before practicing your dances that you're learning. So I have some things here with me right now. Tennis ball, golf ball. These are my friends. I love them. If you need to get into an area that is just, you can't really work it easily, what you can do is you can take a tennis ball, golf ball, if you really need to get in there with the firmness. You can put it up against the wall. You can put it on the floor, and you can just lean into it. So say there's a wall behind me. You can put this here. I'm going to try to do it with my hands. And you just lean in. You can feel that tension. You can roll it around till you get that good spot. Found it just by doing this myself. And you can just lean in as deep as you need, and it'll get that point that's maybe a little bit of tension that's causing you some discomfort. And you can move it around after you're hanging out there for about like a few seconds, maybe like count to 8. You're dancers, I know you know what that means. 5, 6, 7, 8. So you can hold it there, and when you finally feel that kind of relaxed, you want to keep breathing. You don't want to go too deep to where you're holding your breath. That's never good. So you want to just hold it there, take some deep breaths, feel your muscles relaxing, and when you do that, try to roll it around again to a new spot that may be opened up once you release that first layer of knots or trigger points, adhesions. Um, Same thing with the golf ball, but again, it's a little bit harder, which means it's going to get in there a little bit deeper, and it's smaller, so it's going to be a little bit more of a pinpoint. I'm going to try to do it up here so you can see a little bit better. So I'm a massage therapist. I work with my hands all day, so that means that up in here I get a lot of tension. So what I would do is I would take this. I have a knot right there. Yeah, right there. So what I'm going to do I'm going to take that ball, and I'm pressing really hard, but that's because I can handle it. But I want you to take something like this and just kind of get right in that spot that you need it. And like I said, this is smaller, so it's going to be a bit more pinpointed. And again, take some deep breaths while you're doing this. Just kind of relax into it. Clear your mind. It's nice not to think. What I do with this kind of stuff, though, when I'm very pinpointed, I'm not really moving my muscles around, I'm just in there, is, especially with the neck, but other areas you can do this too, you want to get it on a stretch as well. So with me being here, I'm going to take my other arm actually and do this. So I'm going to have it there, and as you can see, my head is already kind of tilted. But what you can do is kind of rotate your neck down and around, maybe go up, just to find different pinpoints to move it around. Get a good stretch, feel it, ooh, there, for me, yeah. So what that's doing is while you have that muscle fiber pinned, what you're doing is you are putting a pressure on it, and then you're trying to stretch that muscle, which means that it's actually getting a good stretch. It's not just kind of moving right how I am. It's being pressed down on, which means it's going to be a little bit harder for it to elongate, but that's really helping stretch that muscle, get it to loosen up. You can do that anywhere. So your arms, you know, you can kind of pinpoint, see I'm doing it with my thumb, you can pinpoint those muscles, and you can stretch your hand back. So that's putting all those muscles on a stretch while you're keeping the pressure there. Do it that way as well. I don't do this nearly enough. I should. Oh my gosh, this feels so good. So you can do that going up and down your arm, bending it forward, bending it back, getting that good stretch while you're doing it. And then just to keep it going with just different techniques, not just relying on these, you can use good old hands. What you can do, especially because a lot of dance is going to be very leg centric, feet, all that, you can do like a grabbing kind of motion on your muscle fibers. Again, I'm going to show you my arms because, well, they're easily seen in this video. So you can grab it, making sure you get a lot of the meat, or, you know, like a lot of the filling in the palm. You don't want to be pinchy. That doesn't feel good. You know, pinching, never fun. What you want to do is you want to get a good grasp on those fibers and just kind of really like you're trying to grasp something. I said grasp, but you're gonna grasp. So you're trying to really squeeze it, get that good feeling. And another thing you want to do when you are kind of grasping and getting in there, squeezing, you can do kind of a movement like this. I can't think of like any other way to really describe it, but almost like kneading bread, if anybody's ever done that, kneading dough. So when you're squeezing, you can get that thumb in there, if I can show you, get a good squeeze, rotation in through there, kind of moving down through the limb. Same kind of concept when it does come to the legs, the thighs, the calves. Ooh, I'm not a dancer, see, no stretch. But yeah, you can get in there, get a good squeeze, good just squeezing, again, rotating. If you're finding that when you're trying to do some rotating kind of moves and it's kind of hurting because of friction, feel free to get lotion. It'll make it feel better. But to really get a good relaxation in those muscle fibers, you want to actually get a good firmness in your like squeezing and kneading, all that, because if you're just kind of going through these kind of motions, well, it might feel good, it's not really getting into those muscle fibers and helping relax you. Just to show you on your feet, because hello, that's going to feel amazing, right? I always tell people even just 1 minute of a foot massage will make you feel amazing. So what you can do, hi, Bell Socks, is, see if I can really show you. So here's the sole of the foot, you can kind of see like there's a ball of it, this curve here, getting into the arch. That feels amazing, right? So what you can do, again, this is just going to come down to squeezing and getting a good pressure in there just to get a relief. So you kind of want to do some rotating with the thumbs there. Again, being a little bit more firm, not going crazy deep in there. That's not going to feel good. But getting that tension to relieve requires a little bit of firmness. So just kind of squeeze in through there, bring it down, squeeze again, squeeze. What I also do, and you all can do it, is get a good flexion. All right, flex that foot. It's going to put this in a stretch all through here. And then when you knead into that, you're going to really feel it. Another way, here's how we get that household item again. If this gets a little too fatiguing on your hands, because it can, I mean, I've been doing this 10 years and my hands every now and then get tired, so I understand. What you can do is take any kind of cylindrical item. You don't want it to be an empty water bottle because that's just going to squish, but you can have a water bottle, and when you have that, you can have it frozen or cold. That way you can get a good like ice on that to make it feel a little bit better. You don't have to, but right now I'm just going to have this to show you my dry shampoo. So I'm going to take you in this with me over here. Yay! I'm going to put this on the floor. I'm going to put that on the floor. I'm going to use my foot, and I'm really pressing down into that while I roll. Rolling it back and forth. I'm up on my tiptoe on my other foot. Coming back through. Again, that's going to get in there a little bit deeper in that arch. Make you feel really good. I hope this video has been very helpful to you. Just kind of keep you moving while you're at home doing all your dance stuff. I mean, really, you can do this even if you aren't a dancer. This just kind of keeps you moving. If you can't get to see a massage therapist, or like you're in between your sessions, anything like that, you can just self-massage, self-love, just make you feel good. Another way to relax yourself is, of course, nice warm baths. You can do Epsom salts, eucalyptus oil to help relieve stress. That'll make you feel so good. And I also notice if you get headaches or anything like that, just to kind of branch out even more, what you can do, I'm going to take my hair down to show you this. Just one last thing, because even if you are stressing, not just from physically, but like kind of mentally, emotionally, you can always get in through here, relieve the surface tension in your scalp. So what you can do when that gets to be the thing, especially if you are having a headache, what you can do is you want to get close to the roots, and you want to curl in, and you want to rotate those hairs. You're not coming out here, you're not doing a full, like a few, I mean, you're getting in there pretty deep, grasping it. You can rotate it, you can twist it, and what that's going to do is relieve that surface tension just to calm you, get rid of any kind of headache you might have. You can do it back here as well, just kind of calm and relieve you. So there it is for my massage tips and tricks. Again, like I said, I hope this helps you, and I hope you calm down, relax, be stress-free, enjoy the day. Bye.